Hello all, I hope everyone doing good. So in this video we are going to see how to clone a Salesforce record along with the related records using the Salesforce flow. So I'm going to show you how to create a new flow for this requirement and a quick action to launch a flow. So I'm planning to create a screen flow for this requirement and I'm thinking of launching this flow using a quick action. So that's why I'm creating the quick action. So the use case I'm going to take here is to clone a case record along with the related issues. So case is a standard object and I have a custom object called issues, and both are having a lookup relationship. So when the user cloning a case record, um, I wanted to clone all the related issues along with the case clone. So that's the use case. Let's see how to do that. Alright, I have logged into my Salesforce org and I am on the flow menu. Let's go ahead and create a new flow. And I'm going to select a screen flow and create. Okay, so the first action would be like we have to get the uh, case record values, right? So I'm going to use a get element to get cases, and object would be case and id case id matches. So I'm going to create a new variable here. So this is just to pass the id of the current record. So that's it. Okay, so I'm just creating a new variable called record id and I'm passing the current record, so which is the case record id, and I'm selecting available for input. So what it will do is it will map as soon as you click the quick action, this get records will run and it will grab the id that wherever you launched that action. So that's this. I only need only one record and automatically store all fields. That's fine. Okay, so after the get records, I wanted to, I'm not blindly going to clone all the field values, but I wanted to do some tweaks before creating a clone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an assignment variable here. Assign keys values. It's like why I'm doing this is like the previous case owner would be different, and while you're cloning, you should be the new owner. If it just bring the values from the old record, I don't think that makes sense. So yeah, like few of the other things that I'm going to assign here. Okay, so yep. So to assign, we need to have a variable that would be a case variable. So I'm going to create a new resource as a variable. Say case clone values, and so say that's a record case, and yep, that's it. It's not available for input or output. Okay. So it's just like a placeholder record variable to assign whatever the value that we wanted to pass to the new cloned record. So that's why I created this variable here. and see. Let's see. Owner ID should not be the previous owner. The owner should be the person who is creating this clone record. So I need to pass user ID. So in this way, we can just pass whoever creating this clone. So that person will be the owner of the clone record. And so here you have to assign all the other variables as well, like other values to the new clone record. Say subject. It should be if you want to pass the same subject from your um, base case, then you just use get case record and just pass the subject here. This is the one that we have created, the get case record, to get the current record value, right? So it will hold all the field values of the case that you have launched the clone function. So you can just pass these values to the new cloned field values. So let's see. It is new, and I do have field called cloned from. So it's just a lookup field to a case itself. So whenever we are cloning a new case or anything, so it will have the value of the source case from where it cloned from. So that will be useful for us if at all, if we need to debug anything in the future. So I'm having this field. I have to pass the case record ID here. So this is the source case record, and I need to pass the account value. Account ID will be the same account ID, and the contact will be the same contact as the base record. I think we pretty much covered. Okay, I have a few fields. That should be okay. So, yep, I'm just assigning all these field values to a new cloned case record. So that's it. So here we just assigned. So now the next one should be the creation of this assignments. So let's create a record. Say create cloned case. So here we are just creating only one record, and let, let let's leave this use all values for record and select the case cloned values. So I think this is the variable that we used in the previous assignment to store all the assignments, right? So we just use this record variable here, and then so if you see this assignment, so we used case clone values to assign all these values. So here we are just using that variable to create a new cloned case record. So yeah. So till now we have created a case that is we just cloned the source record only, but we need to create the related records as well as a clone. So I'm going to get all the related issues from that case. So let's see, get related issues, and oh sorry, I used create. Oh boy, I have to use get. Okay, issues, object is issue. So the condition to fetch the related issues is like case is the lookup for the case, and that is should be from this get record from the very first element. So case ID. Okay, so it will bring, it will fetch all the k issues that's fall under this condition. It might be you have 10 cases related to 10 issues related to the case, or 100 issues related to the case, so it will bring everything. Yeah, we have to change the condition accordingly. So we should not be using only the first record. We have to choose all records and let it be automatically stored all fields. Oh, that's fine. Then and now we have to use the loop. Loop is just to loop through all the records if we have multiple records, multiple issue records. Okay. So I'm just using this get related issues here, first item to last item. That's done. So after this loop, we are going to assign field values to those issues as we did earlier, like on the case records as well. So I'm going to create an assignment here. Let's call it as assign issue values. And I'm going to create a new variable, like a record variable, issue record variable, to hold all the values that we are assigning. So the new resource be variable, and let's call that as issue on values, and the data type is record, and let's select the object issue. Okay, so here we just select the fields that you wanted to assign the values. Let's say description equals where is the get issues. I do have this get issues, right? And get related issues is here. Sorry, yep, I shouldn't use this variable here. Let's use this. So we are using the get record in a loop, so that's why it's not available. Okay, let's use this loop. Let's see description, and use the newly created resource issue clone values to store the description. And from the loop, let's see owner. Oh, this is a new owner here. So sorry, user ID. And I have a start date. Let us pass the start date as is. Here, start date. Uh, have issue type as is. Uh, and I have a case record. So this is where we have to pass the new case ID. Case, the new case ID would be nothing but case clone values ID. Okay, and then there is a due date. Let me add the due date as well. So I hope you're getting here what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is like I'm just assigning the values to the field on the issue record. So the loop will have all these fields, right? So from the loop, I'm just selecting the issue description. And for this issue description field, uh, I'm passing this issue description field values to this variable. Issue clone values is the variable that we have created to hold the values, right? So from the loop, I'm just passing the values to the new record variable that I have created so that, uh, okay, I have done this. So the next step would be as we are doing this on a loop, say in case, as I said earlier, you might have 10 related records or multiple, more than 50 or 100 related records to your source clone record. So you have to use the loop to get all the values, and I'm going to do another assignment to hold all the values before we create those cloned records, right? So we can do the create here itself, but when you're using the loop, when you're using any DML statements inside the loop, it will cost like a huge amount of resources in your org. So it's not advisable to use any of the DML statement inside loop. It has to be outside loop. So uh, when we are using outside loop, we can have another assignment to get all the loop data into that assignment, like the collection variable, and we can use that collection variable outside the loop in the create record to create those records. So let's do that. Let's do the assignment here. Uh, Collect all the issue records. Let's say that's another variable. Issue collection, and it would be record, allow multiple values, issue. Select for input. Okay, so here we have this issue collection now, and choose add operator and use the current loop. So that's that, I think. So yep. So the loop will run through all the records, related records, and it will add those assigned values to this collection. So here we are doing this assignment, right? So the loop will run, it will do the assignment, it will come to this assignment variable, and it will add that particular record to this collection, and it will go on to the loop again. It will do the same for all the related records. So after all the related records, let's create record, create issue. So here we have to use multiple since we might have multiple values, and use the collection here. So this is the collection that we have. We are collecting all the loop values, right? So use this collection. I think pretty much it. Let's let's have another screen element. Say success, and we can have a display text. Board, and all right. Let's save. Let's activate it. Okay, so as I said earlier, we have to launch this screen flow from a case quick action, right? On case, let's go to the case object. I'm going to create a quick action here to launch this flow. New action. So this is our flow. I selected that flow and call this button as a custom clone. Right, that's it. So we have to add this custom clone on the lightning record page as well, so that it will be visible to all the users. Okay, let's add action custom clone. I'm not using any filter. If you want, you can use, but I'm not using any filter here. So based on this filter, that will be, so if you add a filter and say status, so it's new. So if you add this condition here, then it will, this new button will only be available to the cases which falls under this condition, but for now I don't need any condition. All right, save, changes saved. Okay, let's open this case. So as you see here, we have 5 issues here on this case, and yep, it has status as working and all the other values are here. All right, so let's go ahead and clone using this custom clone. Let's see. So it says successfully cloned a case and related issues. Finish. Let's go to the case again. Oh, you see here. So on 11/17, the new cloned cases was created here. Let's open this case, and the same issues are here. Cool. All right. So yeah, if you compare these two cases, well, let's open the old case as well. See, as we assigned the values, yeah. See, this is the base case that we have cloned. So here it has working as a status, but on our new case, we don't see the same thing. So it's now changed to new. That's what we did on the assignments. So yep, you can play around with this. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions on this one, and I'll happy to help you. Cool. That's all for this video, and thanks all for listening to this video. Thank you. Bye.